Hey y'all.
Hey, it's the Hawkins Sisters.
We back at you again. I'm Jamila.
I'm Zakia, and here we are with another episode.
Yeah.
So I was looking at my Facebook, no, I was actually on Instagram. And I don't know who watches Love and Hip Hop. Which one is that? Is it Atlanta? One of them Love and Hip Hop. The one that got Sierra, Safaree, and Erica on there. Whichever one that is, because I ain't really keeping up with them all like that. But I did see this story that intrigued me. So apparently Safaree, who is Erica Mena ex right now, they were married. They have 2 children together. Erica Mena's husband, Safaree, tried to talk to Sierra, which is Sierra and Erica are friends. But she's apparently mutual friends with him, that they have communication that he can contact her on his own. So he took that as an opportunity to shoot his shot.
Oh, so he had access to her.
Yes.
Okay.
So he had sought her out. I don't know what he was messaging her about, because it must be normal that they text or what have you. That must not be a bad thing. But in this, he had messaged her talking about she was breaking up with her dude, and he said, "I'm glad you on that type of time."
Oh, so she was before you were showing the video or looking at the video.
Yeah.
And I overheard. I didn't hear that part, but she was talking about what he had said to her.
So I'm gonna show right here, y'all. Here we go, right here.
And I'm gonna post this. He text back and said at 7:44, "Can you talk?" So I'm like, is it an emergency? By this time, I started cooking for Ghetto Girl Eats. By this time. So then my mom, you was there. I called him back. I was like, bro, what's up? Because he's trying to surprise Erica with a birthday dinner, or he trying to get back with her, and they've been working it out. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get on the phone with this fool, and he's talking about he like me and he want to be with me.
I remember that.
You remember Paris?
Because you was like, Joey wanted to be in a relationship with me. And we was all so shocked.
We was all so shocked. You remember that, Paris?
Yeah, at the old house.
At the old house, yes. So he was like, oh, everybody talk about it so messy, but they still tuned in. But at the end of the day, y'all, like I said,
So apparently Safaree done tried to talk to her in her inbox or whatever. She didn't immediately tell Erica.
Okay.
She didn't immediately tell Erica. She said she didn't immediately tell her because of what she was going through with the divorce, how it was affecting her emotionally. So she kind of didn't want to add, I guess, fuel to the fire. But she did tell their mutual friend, Bambi, and her significant other.
Oh, no, see, that part I didn't know.
So she didn't keep it to herself. She did tell their mutual friend, Bambi, and her dude, right? And so now it apparently that they're in Discord right now. So she ain't friends with Bambi or Erica right now.
Why she ain't friends with Bambi?
I didn't get that far into it, but I only wanted to talk about that, to talk about how, why sometimes people, when they find out these type of things, or somebody's man try to talk to them, they don't say anything. So I have a question.
Well, that's 2 then, Kim. Why wouldn't she say anything? That was the first question, right? And then the second question is the one you was getting ready to ask.
Okay. Well, she said why she didn't say anything, and she said that she didn't say anything because she didn't want to further hurt her friend who was already going through this divorce, and tell her, hey, your man trying to shoot his shot at me, because she, you know how that would affect her. So she didn't want to add.
But why she waited is what,
that's why she said
she said she waited.
That's why she said she waited. And so, I ain't really keeping up with it to know like how the response went. I'm looking at Sierra's side of it. So I haven't seen it. Just for disclaimer, I haven't seen Erica Mena part, or Safaree for that matter. I only seen Sierra's, what we showed here. I only saw Sierra's to speak on. So I'm only gonna speak on from there.
Oh, okay.
And so for Sierra, he tried to talk to her. She held on to it, but eventually she did tell it, and now her friend mad.
Oh, okay.
So is her friend justified to be mad?
I don't think that, what's her name, Erica? No, I don't feel like she should be mad.
Why not?
Because either way it goes, it's not her. I mean, her friend told her, right? Her friend did not act like she wanted that man, right? She did not return any affection to him.
No.
She was respectful of not wanting to pile up stuff on her plate. And at the end of the day, she told her.
So let me ask you something, because now I'll ask the question. I was going to, but I stopped myself to go ahead and talk about that. But now I want to know, if this were you, I'm gonna ask you, but then I'll ask y'all too. But if this were you and your friend's man tried to talk to you and they weren't together, the same scenario, would you tell her immediately or would you wait?
I probably would wait.
For the same reason, or?
Well, if it's the same situation, I feel like she already has been hurt because of that type of behavior anyway, right? Wasn't she already hurt because of his?
Yes.
Okay.
His infidelity.
So, does she need to know that he's more of a is more of a cheater? Like, why would she need to know more right now? Like, this is a lot to take on, and it's a lot, I think, for you to kind of come through and at least get your head above water. So I would at least want her to be floating, right? Like, I would at least want her head above water and for her to be able to float. So my friend, if it was me, I would want that to happen. I wouldn't want to add that, right? Not right then. Like, it's always a time and a place to do something, right? And I think that you should wait for the opportunity or the door to open to say something. Maybe you could kind of say, hey, you know, I know you're going through a lot right now. Maybe I'll do this. I know you're going through a lot right now. When you feel like you are where you need to be, then I feel like, you know, I would like to sit down and have a conversation. And leave it right there. Right? At least it's a bookmark.
Okay, yeah.
At least it's
but
a
then
bookmark.
what if this person is pressing you, like you've kind of bookmarked something, but they're pressing you because you know you can't give nobody a bookmark and say, you can't even say to somebody like, hey, I gotta tell you something, I'm gonna call you right back and get off the phone with them. They be wanting to know, well, what is it? So you're not, how you gonna bookmark somebody for real, in real life? And then if you know this particular individual that I'm talking about, she goes hammer time, then she ain't about to let you bookmark her, especially if she probably think it has to do with him in that situation. No.
Well, then I
don't know how you do that.
I reserve myself then. I wouldn't say that. But if I knew my friend and she was anxious like that, then I would not. I would know how to move. I would not move that way. But if I had a friend who was together as far as, you know, her emotions and she had some, you know, regulation, tools, then I would probably do that. So it just depends on the person. But I personally would wait to answer the original question. I would wait.
Well, I have mixed feelings. I feel like you, as far as waiting and why, I understand that logic, but at the same time, I also feel like there's been situations where I told somebody something and they was mad with me in my own life. Like, I done heard of something and they was mad with me. And so that right there will give you reservation. If that happens to you, you would be like, I ain't telling nothing else. You know what I mean? Because it backfired onto me and I didn't do anything. And you know what happened? They stayed with them and quit fooling with me. And I said, this is a friend. I'm saying this ain't a significant other. This is a friend. So they stayed with them, but then they wasn't friends with me no more. And that's what kind of happened. So, you know, it's a catch-22, to be honest. Being honest with people is a catch-22.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm ready to lose a friend to gain somebody's success, right? Because I can lose you, or you can drop me if you want to. But as long as at some point you get to the place where you need to be, because I don't feel like that person is gonna stay with that man forever. Right? They might have said to me, like, I don't want you as my friend no more because you said this to me, and I'm gonna pull this man closer to me to make sure that, you know, that whatever it is I'm consoling in myself with this man, right? And most of the time it's about self-esteem, which most of the time it's about self-esteem. So this is what I was thinking about today when I was coming out of work, and I was thinking about self-esteem honestly being or low self-esteem, excuse me, not self-esteem, but low self-esteem. So low self-esteem honestly being somebody who does not know their worth or their value, right? Or have a very low self-worth, self-value. And that's how you are able to kind of measure where somebody is in their esteem. So if you know that this person has low self-worth, for me, if you cling to that man, then I'm thinking that you have some low self-esteem, or you have some low self-worth, low self-value. So I would be okay with the fact that you're gonna leave me and go to him, because eventually, when you get healthy and healed, and you seek that, you're gonna get away from him, and you might call me back, and I'll be there.
I won't. So as you can see, I'm the don't give a fuck sister. And my sister is the more diplomatic sister, because I'm not gonna be there. Goodbye. I'll bid you farewell when you get gone. It's over with. Season's end, and I move on.
Let me tell you something. I'm very much diplomatic, but I know who are my real people, right? So I'm okay if people walk away. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm okay. I'm gonna be present if you want to come back, because let's just say you need something. I wanna give it to you.
I don't.
Right?
Because I tried, and you just did me dirty. Like, to me, that was just dirty. When I didn't mean you no harm, and I wasn't even trying to hurt you, and then I got slighted. So out of hurt, I don't. Well, because I'm not inviting you back to be able to hurt me again. Nah, we gonna stay where we are.
Yeah, and I respect that, because those are your boundaries.
Yeah, we gonna
right?
stay where we are.
Yeah, and for me, I feel like I would have long handle spoon tendencies, but I definitely would talk to them again. I want to know that everything worked out for them, how they got.
I don't mean
that.
Hold on, let me clear this up. I don't mean that I wouldn't talk to them again. I mean that I wouldn't let them back in close. Close again. I don't mean that I'm gonna just disavow them. I am still, like I said, nonchalant. I'm the nonchalant sister, but I wouldn't invite. They wouldn't be back at my table again. That's over with. Yeah. But I could still be cordial with you and talk to you. Yeah.
I agree.
I don't hold grudges, so like I can let things go. I don't hold on to grudges, but I don't forget who you showed me you were either.
Let me tell y'all. You remember Walk Away to Pounds? I walk away from a lot of people, but
yeah,
I definitely would be there. I would definitely be that one to be there, and I would see it through, you know. But I know that I wouldn't be able to trust that person, like you said. I wouldn't be able to let them in. I wouldn't be able to trust that person, or I wouldn't think of them and incorporate them in my life like that. So they would have a place in my life.
I would feel bad that happened, and I knew it was going to happen, or I would feel bad for what's going on with them. You know, I wouldn't want bad for them or nothing like that. But you're not running back up over here and get close with me again. But I wouldn't want harm to come to you. I wouldn't want you to hurt. I wouldn't want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't want you over here to hurt me neither again, because I tried to help you at a time, and you just forsake to me.
Well, yeah. I mean,
so I'm not going to let you to forsake me again.
That's a part of protecting yourself,
yeah.
Right? And that's what boundaries do. So that makes sense to me. I'm all for that. And again, I'm all for a healthy, long handle spoon relationship. I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
But let me say something real quick, because for some reason, why do y'all and us women,
why do we
get mad or at the woman who tell you about the man? I don't care if it took her 10 years to tell you. Why is it that you would get mad at her about this man? I seen something here, and this is about to be controversial. It was several instances of these young women who was going to their mothers, telling their mothers about their man touching on them. Wasn't they daddy? It was the mama's man. Do you know that the mom got mad at the moms got mad at the daughters because of what the daughters said about what these men were doing?
I can answer the question that you asked prior to bringing up that illustration, because then you got to make a decision. A decision has to be made, and that's to stay or go once you just hit your ears. And that's for this infidelity between the two we started with. You got to make a decision when somebody tell you something like that. Hey, your man doing this. You don't want to hear that, because now you thought everything was copacetic. Now you know your life has been interrupted. I'm mad with you, not him. I'm mad with you. Don't bring me that. Why did you do that to me?
So then I'm the barrier.
Of bad news.
I ain't the carrier. I'm the carrier of bad news, but I'm the barrier to whatever happiness or satisfaction that you had in that man. I'm the barrier. Oh, okay. So I can see that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I can see why they get mad because I'm a barrier. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And wait a minute, and don't let them not believe you. Don't let the man have to convince them that you the wrong woman or some stuff like that.
And that's what happened with one of them girls that I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Is that man convinced the girl's mom because she was having sex. Mm-hmm. And he was trying to make it like she was doing all this, had her go through the little girl's phone. I mean, it was crazy. So I just nuts. I want to speak to, like, what kind of happiness do you think that you can have after you hear that kind of news? I don't care if you mad at what you heard. Right. Like, what do you think you're going to be able to piece together after that? And making a decision, you can be like, it's okay for you to have that information and for you to sit with it. You ain't gotta make no decision. So don't get mad. You don't have to, because you don't have to make a decision right now.
But eventually you do. You're gonna have to sit in what are you gonna do about what you just heard. So this person is betraying you behind your back. This person is compromising your sexual health.
True.
What are you gonna do about it? You gonna sit there and allow this to go on, or you gonna action has to take place.
That's the frustration part, right?
Action has to take place. So
ain't that the frustration part? Like the fact that you have to eventually do something. So my point is that don't do nothing then, but don't get upset with the one who bringing the information to you, because you ain't gotta do nothing right now if you don't want to. The problem is that you know you have to. And you mad at the one who bring the information that's going to make you have to make a decision. But sit down. Don't make it right now. Or sit with the information, process it. Whatever you need to do. But do not get mad at somebody, at your friend. This is my thought. Don't get mad at your friend. Don't get mad at any other woman that's coming to you telling you about the man that you lay next to. Either you're going to keep laying next to him or you're going to get rid of him. Simple as that.
The thing that a lot of times we get mad at the friend and not the man.
Yeah.
I've done it too.
Yeah.
We done all done it. We be mad with our friend. I ain't gonna say friend. I never had a friend actually come telling me anything, but I'm in the bearer. I'm gonna say the bearer. I've been mad at the bearer because you don't want them to be bringing, that you don't want that to be true. Whatever they coming with, you don't want that to be true.
Yeah.
And so when they come with that, now they done become an enemy. Almost. And it ain't mean no harm. It ain't mean to harm you.
Yeah.
They didn't intend to harm you. The person harming you in the bed with you. No, seriously. But it'll be easier to let me go than this person because you have a different connection with them too. I gotta add that context in it too. It's easy to let Kia go because Kia don't have no connection with you. I don't go to bed with you, so I know it was easy to forsake me in this friendship for that. And so for that, and me understanding that, I would give that grace as to where I would, but you still ain't getting close, like I said, and I mean that. But because I understand that dynamic, it was getting her. I ain't giving you no one. I mean, I can't do none of that for you. All I can do is tell you this and console you and try to, get you through that. But I ain't not there. What he do, baby, Kia can't.
That's true.
So I do understand that on that level. But in this instance with Erica them, she divorcing him. So she's not even with him no more. So I'm really not understanding the upset. Like, you ain't even with him no more. He's not even, unless there is still feelings. There is still something there.
There is something there. That's the problem.
It's still some hope.
Yes, that you ain't fully this person that the reason why I'm divorcing you, you're not fully that person. Right? Like, you're not fully that person. So there's that hope. But I think we all had that. That's the thing. I think that's another reason why they would divorce their friend before they divorce that man.
Yeah.
It's because there's still some hope that something can be saved, salvaged, or the fact that it may not be true, or there may be some good reason for, which it ain't none with me, but it may be some good reason.
Well, she was showing the text messages, as we saw. She was showing the tangible proof. Now, don't get me wrong, stuff can get deleted now. What she said could have been deleted, didn't have to be all of the truth. We don't know. We would never know. And I'm not calling this lady a liar because I don't know what the other people's lives. I only know what they show us, and I'm just using this as context to have this conversation. In no way I want to diminish these people either, because these are their real lives. I know they display it to us, but these are these people's real lives, and this lady is really hurting real life.
Yeah.
And this friendship is really fractured in real life. Mm-hmm. And that's why I want to talk about it anyway, because your friend should be able to tell you
anything
without it being your friend.
Oh, Kia, we haven't even done our friendship one.
And we got to go back to our friendship one, because I thought about that today. I'm glad you mentioned it. I thought about that today.
So this is a good segue into us having to say goodbye to y'all and let y'all know what's coming up next.
Sound like friendship. It's coming up next, because that's a really good topic. We talked about it and we never even put that out.
Yeah.
We already did 2 of them, actually. We done 2 on friendships and didn't put them out.
Or 2 podcasts. Yeah.
Oh, man. That one is a doozy.
We also have coming up, and we talked about this in the last episode, 2 of things to come, and that is what we're going to do for men only, because we want to discuss men's issues, how we see them, and we also have input from men. So we want y'all to tune in and listen and hear what the men have or wanted us to kind of touch on and talk about it, and our perspectives about it.
Yep. All right.
All
well,
right,
that what was I gonna say? I don't even the hell know.
The real 15.
That concludes this episode. It came to me.